Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to kind of a film review, kind of an initial thoughts video. So this video, we're going to be talking about Trap. I literally watched it yesterday, so I haven't had like the most time to think about it. I wanted to kind of just come in here and kind of give my opinions about it, both a spoiler-free version and a spoiler version. So obviously the spoiler version will come first. So this is not a film review. I don't want to review it necessarily. Kind of a film review, sort of-ish, but not in the typical way. I don't know. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to go into the spoiler-free version here in a second. But first off, thank you for watching the other video, like this, the Motel Hell film review. If you like the kind of me speaking to the camera type videos, like, at all, even more than maybe like the more scripted, more video pictures, like that kind of video, you know the videos I'm talking about. If you like these type of videos, please make sure you leave it down in the comments below. I like making content like this. It's not typically how I make stuff though. So if you guys like it, I will make more like this. So please let me know in the comments down below. So getting to the spoiler-free version of the review for Trap. Trap wasn't what I was expecting. It both was and was not. So tamper what you expect Trap to be, tamper that down a little bit. I will say, though, parts of it... Okay, if I can say this without spoiling it. The first 3/4 of the movie is all shown in the trailers. Not a lot happens that you don't see in the trailer in either a short clip or, like, a lot of it. For that, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping there would be more to it. And in the same concept, there's just other things. Spoiler-free version. Spoiler-free review. Spoiler-free review, Jared. Keep it intact. Yeah, so basically, the trailer shows a lot of the movie, and not enough of the movie doesn't happen outside of the trailer to make it worth going to see, I think, personally. I liked it, but the trailer shows a lot of the movie when I kind of wish it didn't, because there's not enough of this movie. There's not a bunch of things that go on that are so vastly different. Overall, if you're looking to go see a fun, just popcorn movie, this works. Josh Hartnett, I don't know how to... Hartnett, however you pronounce his name, the main actor in this movie, he does a very, very good job. His daughter in the movie also does a very, very good job. I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she does a very, very good job at, being the daughter of a serial killer. Which you know that from the trailer if you watched it. It's not a big spoiler. That's like the whole premise of the movie. So if you like kind of like a suspenseful movie, you're gonna like this movie. You're not gonna like come out of it being like, oh, you're gonna like it. I think that you will be disappointed if you have a lot of expectations going into this movie. So that's about as far as I can get of a spoiler-free review of this movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, or you don't care about spoilers, you can skip off. No hard feelings. Leave a comment down below and come back if you want to. So no hard feelings there. Let me know what you think, and just leave the comment down below when you watch it. Let me know what you think about it. I would love for you guys to come back after you've seen it and let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what you agree about, what you disagree about. Keep it respectful, keep it polite. If you talk to each other, keep it nice. But, honestly, come back and have a discussion. I'd love that. But, so here's the spoiler version of the film review. So make sure you, tune out if you don't want to see that. So here's the spoiler version. Basically, not enough of the movie happens in the concert. That is the biggest spoiler. The first 3/4 of the movie take place at the concert. And then a lot of, how do I say this? A lot of plot, things that would only happen for the sake of this plot happen in order to get there. And it doesn't work for me personally. A lot of the things you had to suspend your disbelief so far, and it doesn't work. However, I think the parts about this movie that worked were the performances. I think, I forget... Whoever I know it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, but I forget her name. Plays Lady Raven, the person who's like the artist at the concert, because she's actually trying to become a pop star. But she like comes back to the house of the serial killer, and there's more to it than that, but it's a lot of explaining. Basically, she goes back to the serial killer's home, and then, like, tries to get him arrested by doing some things, and then he, like, literally, like, escapes out of, like, there's, like, a whole... So here's the scene, just to kind of explain what I'm talking about. There are people all around this limousine that he's in, driving. And so then there's, like, a whole group of, like, just, like, pedestrians in the street. And they're surrounding the limousine. And I swear to God, this literally happens in the movie. So then they all disperse. And then FBI agents and, like, SWAT team surrounds it. And they see something with riot gear up, like, above the head. Like a riot gear and then, like, a body. And then, I'm not kidding you, he's not in the car. If they thought that the serial killer was the guy who was driving the car, why would all of the pedestrians just let him go? Like, they would know that he got out of the car. So that's why I can't really comprehend how he escaped, what he did to get out of it. They never show it. Which is why I think I'm so kind of lost. If they showed it instead of just made us kind of think about it, I think I would feel very different about that part of it. There are other things like that, about, like, how did he do this? How does that make any sense? I don't really get it. I just know that it's kind of crazy, certain things that happen in that movie. However, again, I think Josh Hartnett was a great performance. I mean, he drives this movie. He, like, kills this movie by far. There's not even really a doubt in my mind that he makes this movie work. The other thing, too, that I was just thinking about, there's a lot of points in this movie, which I know some people may be a little frustrated that I'm even bringing this up, because it's kind of one of those arguments that a lot of people don't really like, but it is something you do genuinely have to consider, especially in a movie like this. And if you haven't seen it yet and you're here, you will know what I'm talking about. And if you have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, every time that he needs information, there's a character that is, like, 10 feet away that he hears every single word of the information that he needs, or people are just telling him things. And that just felt very ingenuous. Instead of having him figure out pieces of information, he was just told everything. And I don't think that works, because there's nothing. But why is it that way? Why does every piece of information that why is he getting every single piece of information that he needs in order to escape the concert? It doesn't work like that. Real life wouldn't work like that. And I can't suspend my disbelief after the, like, 8th time where he's handed every piece of information he needs. If there was, like, a select reason for it, which there are, but other times it's like the exposition in the sentence is so long that it just doesn't really work. However, the positive sides of this, I don't want to be like the bad reviewer. The performance, the cinematography was so well. No one can say that M. Night Shyamalan cannot direct a movie, because this movie was so ridiculously well directed. And if you haven't seen it, another really interesting thing about this movie is, so wherever the camera is, so, like, if the characters are 100 feet, say, from the stage of the concert, the camera will not be any closer than wherever the main character is to the stage. So when they get closer to the stage, they're closer to the stage. The camera, physically the camera is close to the stage. But when they're further away, that's how far the camera is away from the stage. And so it makes you feel like you're there with the main characters rather than viewing it from the perspective of a movie. You feel like you are there viewing the stage and viewing everything from that perception. Another really interesting tidbit about this movie is it was shot completely on film. I mean, it doesn't really happen that often anymore. I mean, you really don't see very many movies shot on 35. It wasn't shot on IMAX or, like, for another special reason. It was shot on 35. Not for, like, not a Christopher Nolan Oppenheimer where it's shot on IMAX for a specific reason. It's just shot on 35 for really just because it wanted to feel like film. And that's something very special to me personally. I love movies when they take the time to be shot on film, especially nowadays when it's so much easier to shoot digitally. This is not a film camera that I am using to record this on. This is a digital camera. Hi pixels and hi the internet. Digital is so much easier to use, especially because nowadays you don't even edit the film. You literally transfer the 35mm film to a digital editor, and then sometimes you'll transfer it back if you're projecting it. That's how they make that kind of thing. Just little positives. He's a very good director. And almost everyone was a good actor. I really can't tell you very many times where I thought, like, about a character, but I thought everybody did a good job. I mean, there's really nobody that did a bad job, I don't think. The characters all did well. Yeah, I mean, I just think Trap is a movie worth seeing. It's not a movie I would... So I'll put it this way. Go see it in the theater or watch it when it's streaming, but I wouldn't buy the Blu-ray. That's kind of how I feel about it. It's worth watching. It's worth seeing. Don't expect too much. Oh, one last thing before I leave. Spoiler review. There's really not a twist. I know everybody was probably going into this movie going, oh, what is the twist? Is he being forced to do this? Is his wife the serial killer? Is there other things at play here? No. He's just a serial killer. That's the only premise to this movie. And I'm thankful. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I am thankful that there was not a ridiculous twist at the end of this movie. Especially because towards the end of the movie, there's a moment where he starts getting tasered by two different SWAT agents, FBI agents, whatever. And then he runs towards the camera and, like, sticks his fingers into their eyes, which is, like, not towards the camera and one of the guys. And for a split second, for a moment, I was like, oh my god, is he doing a fourth Unbreakable movie and a second secret sequel to Unbreakable? I was like, no way. Thank God it didn't come out like that. I would have been so mad if he had done a fake Unbreakable sequel again. That would have been crazy. Anyways, besides that point, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my initial thoughts about Trap. I'm sure I'll have a more detailed, thought out kind of feelings about the movie. I watched it literally last night at like 10:45 is when I got out. So it's kind of fresh in my mind. Thank you for watching. You can follow us everywhere. It's in the link tree down below. Yeah, if you want to, just follow us. We have TikTok. We got Threads. We got Twitter. We got Instagram. We got everywhere you could possibly want to be. If you like these types of videos, please let me know. I like talking to you guys more, like, personally and, like, being in front of the camera so you can see me and the way that I talk. Because, yes, when I am recording the scripts, I'm also doing as many hand gestures as I do now. It's kind of how I inflect. But anyways, that's not here, nor it's there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for liking the video. And we will see you all in the next one. Peace.